Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of November 11th to the 17th. This week, Scorpio, we have the beautiful Awakening Oracle card. We have your card, Death, here. We have the Star, the Chariot, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So pretty powerful energies here, Scorpio. Half the spread is Major Arcana. As you may know, the amount of Major Arcana usually indicates the significance of the event, the more tied to our, the big themes of life, the life lessons, karmic contracts, and that kind of thing. We definitely see a transformation going on here, transformation, healing, and moving into a chapter of much happier times as you approach the new year, which is beautiful. So let's just start off there with the Oracle card, Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you were incarnated. You may find that you're experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and stay grounded. Share your experiences with like-minded people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering your soul and gifts are emerging. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I've been saying this a lot lately, Scorpio, we are going through, on a human evolution level, planetary action, all of that. You may not believe this, but I do. We are going through a big shift at the moment, and we are going through a period of raising our frequency, raising our vibration, and when that happens, we can't hold the darker energies or the, petty arguments, that kind of 3D consciousness, fear-driven, victim mentality, and all of that sort of thing. As we start to awaken and evolve, things that no longer serve us, for our higher self, for our soul path, are going to fall away. They're going to pass. They're going to need to be transmuted and transformed. And that's what I'm seeing in so many readings over and over and over again at the moment. That seems to be the theme. So, recent past with the Four of Swords and the Five of Wands. Yeah, so here is a prime example of that kind of energy that needs to be released, cleared, or transmuted. Five of Wands. Here we see people in this card here who have, this powerful instrument, these wands of fire, these wands of passion, wands of action, but they're using them, in the incorrect way. It's almost like misusing your power. So, some of you have transitioned out of a situation where this is going on, or you may still be in it now. Is that kind of situation where, if it's a workplace situation, it could be office politics, petty arguments, one-upmanship. The same could almost be said in a relationship where, there's squabbling or bickering and, each party trying to assert their power, or maybe just the other party. These wands are supposed to be used for, taking inspired action and having, finding new passion and enthusiasm in our lives. But here we're using that creation energy, that pure energy, that fire energy for the wrong reason, to have battles with other people. It's time to transmute that energy at the moment, Scorpio. And I think with the Four of Swords here, a few different levels of things going on. It'll be different for all of you. Some of you, I feel like this indicates that you have retreated from the situation. You've taken that first step of, okay, I'm no longer going to be involved in that. You carry on with the argument. You guys, I'm going to retreat and retract my energy from that situation because I don't want to be hurt anymore. The Four of Swords links to that Three of Swords energy here. So some of you could have experienced pain, grief, sadness, sorrow through that situation, even heartbreak. For some of you, that Four of Swords could indicate that, you have gone through a period of maybe even, sickness, depression, fatigue, that type of thing, from being in a situation that has really drained your energy. That's what these situations do. They're not sustainable long term. They need to be let go. And for some of you, it could indicate a period of stillness or stagnation in your life. When we get caught up in the rubbish and people abusing their power and that sort of thing, we don't move forward because we're not conscious of, you know, our life path anymore, and, you know, we're focusing energy in the wrong places. That's what I'm seeing. But I think you've been biding your time, Scorpio. You know, you've been trying to figure out what's your next move, how to move forward, how to clear the slate. You know, you've got this one sword here that indicates that when the time is right, you've been waiting for the right time to step up, you know, use this last battle sword, this sword of victory, to move forward in the right direction once you've got that battle plan sorted. So interesting energies, and this week, this is where we see things all moving in a great direction. Because here we've got the Death card and we've got the Star. So I love this combination, guys. So the Death card, as you know, sometimes you can see it and go, oh, that's a bit ominous, but the Death card is actually a beautiful card because it stands for transformation. It is, you know, taking these energies and transmuting them, releasing them so that you can transform on a personal level and you can clear your slate. Because the Death energy comes into it's the energy that's when the timing is right to release a situation, to let it pass because it's not serving our greater good. And when we release something, when we cut those energetic cords using that last battle sword, that's when we create space for the good stuff to come in. So it's important to embrace Death energy, to allow it to come in and do its work, to be like the child who looks it in the eye and not the adult who faces away because she knows that, you know, even if it's the right thing for you, that letting something go, there's always a certain amount of pain involved. You know, she knows this because she's probably been through this cycle a few times before. We all have as adults, because there's nothing more sure in life than the cycle of death and rebirth, death and rebirth. But, you know, the promise of the Death card is that there is real personal, spiritual, alchemical transformation on offer if we can go through this process. There is a new dawn that's ready to burst on the horizon for you. And, you know, Death card is your card, Scorpio. So I actually feel that you are going to gain great empowerment through allowing these situations, these denser energies to fall away. I think that you will be feeling quite victorious if you can just, you know, have the conversations that you need to have to release yourself from it and that sort of thing. I think you'll feel that personal transformation coming quite quickly. We have that here with the beautiful Star energy. Now the Star usually, it follows the Tower in the tarot deck. So it's almost like that calm after the storm. And I also, you know, see that working in the same way with the Death card because, you know, yes, a construct's going to fall down. There could be some, you know, some feelings of inner chaos or some strong emotions. But the Star card is here as that calm after the storm afterwards to help you start to heal, to restore, to renew, to rebalance the emotional waters of life, while you stay, you know, with one foot on the ground as well. So I don't see that it's going to, you know, derail you in any way. I think you're able to stay grounded as you go through this process. Yeah, and it's almost, there's that strong element of divine guidance here. I mean, we have the Sun, the link to the Sun card, and we have the Star. You know, the Star will guide you as you move forward into your next chapter. You know, make a wish on the Star. This is a good time to set up, you know, new manifestations for your life while you've, you know, cleared the slate, while you've, it's a great time when you're in that space in between is what I'm trying to say. It's almost like once you let go of this situation, there's going to be a period where, yeah, there might be a little bit of nothingness. Maybe you feel quite vulnerable, but that is a beautiful state to start manifesting a new direction. So I really love that. You know, the Star card talks about bringing your energy center back into alignment. And I've got the link to the 7 chakras in the body here. It can be a great time to get some energy healing or just really concentrate on your self-care. And we see that Star card, that divine guidance, leading the way to somewhere much better. Look at this, Scorpio, the Chariot and the 10 of Cups. Not the 5 or 6 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. So for me, you know, this is the swift forward movement that's going to happen once you've cleared the path. You know, the Chariot is a card of victory as well. It means that you will be victorious in the situation. It talks about, you know, bringing the pieces of ourselves into alignment that may be in opposition, sorry, so that then we can propel ourselves forward. So if there's any amount of indecision about this situation, or have I made the right choice, stay strong and firm in your mind. Make clear decisions. Otherwise, then these sphinxes could go off in other directions, and we're not going to propel forward into the strong direction that we really want to. So have that clarity of mind. This is all about, with the Chariot card, pulling this stone chariot with just using that, that magician's power. He holds the wand there, just using that thought and intention. It's saying by aligning, through finding that internal alignment, you can propel yourself forward with that mental energy alone. And where are you heading to, Scorpio? Well, a 10 of Cups reality. This is the promise of much happier times, of emotional fulfillment, joy, love, harmony, having it all. Happy home, maybe a beautiful relationship in the future. So yeah, this is what could be unfolding towards the end of the year or into the new year for you. That 10 of Cups is about, through continually going through that death and rebirth cycle, we get ourselves in a position where we can start drawing to us the things we truly deserve and desire, not holding on to these energies that block the way from this coming in. And it's going to be a process of, release to gain, and that's when, this can come in for you. Also with the Chariot energy, there could be a physical move, a relocation, moving home, moving house, a trip home, even a trip internationally as part of this healing process. Or, you might be moving on to a new job, new relationship, that kind of thing. So it's actually a really beautiful reading here, Scorpio. I see you being empowered as you go through this. Your card is here. We also, just to let you know, a second oracle card actually came out as well, which was take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So just keep in mind that these life transitions can take a lot of energy, and you are being called to slow down a bit, to focus on yourself and to heal. It's the end of the year as well. A lot of us are feeling tired. Take the time that you need if you can, or start, planning for that holiday period. If you can take some time off over Christmas or whatever you celebrate to nurture yourself. So Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Keep in mind it is a general reading. It won't be for every one of you. Feel free to leave me a comment if you'd like to share how it's unfolding in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.